Jimmy Butler's return to the Miami Heat was a bright spot, but beyond that, the team's recent performance has been disappointing. Since a major trade, Miami has posted a 7-18 record, including a brutal 10-game losing streak. They're currently the worst team in the NBA during the fourth quarter. It's been a rough stretch, but insiders believe the Heat are already focused on rebuilding for next season. Despite the setbacks, there's optimism that Miami will rebound quickly. The core group of players remaining will form a solid foundation, and the team is expected to pursue at least one major star in the offseason. Skeptics might question if the Heat still attract top-tier talent, especially with rumors swirling that some players view Pat Riley, Miami's legendary president, as out of touch with today's player empowerment era. Though Riley's resume boasts 9 NBA championships in various roles, critics say he may be too old school for the modern NBA landscape. LeBron James even took a jab at Riley on a podcast, underscoring the perception that Riley doesn't fully grasp current player dynamics. But Riley's approach, often tough and demanding, is part of the Heat's identity, known as Heat culture. Still, without stars like Shaquille O'Neal, Dwyane Wade, LeBron James, and Jimmy Butler, the question remains whether that culture can thrive. Jimmy Butler himself has hinted that having truly elite players is essential to maintaining Heat culture. He suggested that it's easier to preach a tough, disciplined environment when you have high-level talent willing to buy in. This contrasts with teams like the Phoenix Suns, who despite having great players, have struggled with cohesion and leadership. A helpful analogy comes from the Spurs' Greg Popovich and Tony Parker relationship. Early in Parker's career, he demanded more recognition and threatened to leave, but Popovich convinced him that true championship success required embracing the team's established leader, Tim Duncan. Parker stayed, and the Spurs won 4 titles together. It's a reminder that great teams balance individual talent with culture and leadership, something Miami is still trying to perfect. Unlike San Antonio, which avoids signing me-first players, Miami often signs whoever has elite skills, regardless of ego. This strategy sometimes backfires, as it did with Butler, who questioned the team's culture after feeling it lacked the right mix of talent and leadership. What could Miami do next? At the recent trade deadline, the Heat reportedly explored acquiring Kevin Durant from the Phoenix Suns. Durant had supposedly given the green light to join Miami, which sparked excitement among fans. However, Phoenix demanded a high price, multiple first-round picks, pick swaps, and key players, which Miami declined. The plan is to revisit the Durant pursuit in the offseason when the cost might drop. Durant, though 37, remains a dominant scorer and efficient player. The Heat would face a tough choice between keeping Andrew Wiggins or Tyler Herro if they make a move for Durant, as both provide valuable but different skills. Herro is a strong offensive contributor but may demand a max contract soon, while Wiggins is cheaper, more versatile, and better defensively. Balancing these roster decisions will be critical. Looking beyond Durant, Giannis and Dame. Miami's sights are also set on Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks won the title in 2021, but have since regressed, leading to uncertainty around Giannis's future. With limited assets and diminishing playoff success, rumors of a trade demand from Giannis have gained traction. However, acquiring a superstar like him requires a team already close to contender status and plenty of trade assets. The list of NBA teams that could realistically land Giannis is short: Miami, Indiana, Oklahoma City, Houston, Memphis, and Golden State. However, Miami is not considered the frontrunner, as teams like Houston and OKC have more assets to offer. Another possible target is Damian Lillard. Miami flirted with acquiring him before, but Portland was reluctant to trade him without significant compensation. A potential deal might involve Miami sending Duncan Robinson, a couple of draft picks, and taking on a bad contract like Terry Rozier's. Lillard is 34 and still performing well, but he hasn't proven himself as a championship-winning leader, which complicates Miami's championship aspirations. Challenges with asset management and draft strategy. One challenge Miami and many teams face is asset management. Like the Suns, the Bucks control very few draft picks for several years, limiting their flexibility to build through the draft or make big trades. Meanwhile, the NBA continues to crack down on tanking, prompting some teams to get creative in their quest for the top draft picks. The upcoming draft features top prospects like Cooper Flagg, who is highly coveted, intensifying the battle for favorable draft positions. Conclusion: the Miami Heat's current season may be a struggle, but the franchise remains poised to make significant moves this offseason. Whether it's landing a star like Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, or even dreaming bigger with Giannis, the Heat have the blueprint to return to title contention. Pat Riley's old-school approach may clash with some modern stars, but history shows that discipline and culture, when combined with elite talent, can lead to sustained success. The next few months will reveal whether Miami's plans materialize, but one thing is clear: the Heat aren't going away anytime soon.